This video is a little bit different from my other jewelry making videos because, well, it's the end of the month and I thought I would do an end of the month recap. What does that mean? Well, keep watching here and I'll show you. If you're new to the channel, I'm Vicki. Welcome. As I said, this is a different type of video. You know, it's the end of the month, and I was looking back over the month and I thought, gee, there are some things I could recap from this past month. One of them is a bracelet that I worked on that I never got to show you. The other one is a bracelet that I shared in a video, and one of our viewers suggested that I try making it, but slightly different. And I'm like, well, that's a cool idea, so maybe I will. So that's kind of what I'm doing in this video. I have 2 bracelet designs for you, and I have some updates for you about the channel. Yeah, about the channel going forward, and some things that I'm going to tweak just a little bit. So that sounds good to you. Keep watching here, because the very first thing that we're going to do is make a bracelet that will coordinate with a pair of earrings that I showed you this past month. This past month being February, when I made the video for heart earrings. Well, I made a bracelet to go with one of the pair of earrings, and I'm going to show it to you right now. I think we can make a memory wire bracelet to match the heart earrings that I made in my video that I made around Valentine's. But you know, you can wear heart jewelry all year long. I have a piece of memory wire. This memory wire is about 2 1/8 inch in diameter. It's crossing past itself about 1 1/4 inch, crossing over here. These are some of the beads that I used for the earrings. So let's see what we can make here. As I said, I like to make a bracelet to match the heart earrings. This is the largest heart that I use, this copper tone heart. And I have some little copper metal beads, not really copper, I don't think they're really copper, but copper tone metal beads that I'm going to be working with. I'm going to play some music while I make this bracelet because I think it's pretty self-explanatory, especially if you saw the video where I made the earrings. So I'll play some music. I think it's pretty cute. Cute enough to wear. I don't have the matching earrings on today. I have some earrings that my husband Mark made, his chainmail earrings, but I hope you give this bracelet a try. It's very easy to make, and you can just use any little heart beads that you have. The key to this design all along was the various sizes of hearts that I used. So I hope you have some fun with this one. This next bracelet idea came from Sue Ellen, and thank you very much, Sue Ellen, for this idea. I think it's a great idea. I wish I'd thought about it too at the time of making the video. What are we talking about? We are talking about a chip stone bracelet with a twist. That twist being a focal point bead. So let's go ahead and try Sue Ellen's idea and see what a focal point chipstone bracelet, memory wire bracelet, looks like. Let's give that a try. I have some memory wire. I'm going to let it cross over about 1.25 inches using memory wire cutters. Otherwise, you could damage your other cutters, so you do want special memory wire cutters. I found this bead in my stash. I thought this could be a good focal point bead. It is wood, so it's very lightweight. I have some chipstones. I'm going to try this color before I try others. I don't think there's enough contrast. That looks pretty good. I think I'll stop there. This was my first style of bracelet where we had the chipstones, a little separator bead, and then some 8mm round beads. But I just realized that this focal point doesn't have any white in it. It's more like a tan. So I'm not convinced this is going to look good by finishing it with the white beads. And then I have these howlite beads, but those look more white and gray blue than matching with this bead. And I really did want to use that bead. So I might have to go to a different color. Now I had used black in some. I had black wood beads and I had black crystal beads. So maybe I can find these beads and try them. There's some other beads in here too, but mostly it's the wood beads. I do need the separator bead. You know what? I could just use, instead of a round bead, I'm going to use these metal rectangular beads just for something a little different. I did add one small bead right before I finished it off. I think I'll add another of these kind of square little cube beads instead of a round bead. Same thing I used here. Okay, let's make the loop with my new loop making tool that I've been trying out. Make sure this is flush. Here we have a bracelet with a focal point bead with the chipstones and whatever little stones you like of your choice. And then I used some little cube beads here and here. I think it looks really nice. What a great idea. Thank you, Sue Ellen, for leaving a comment that inspired this style of memory wire bracelet with a focal point bead along with the chipstones. It looks really cool. So here's the bracelet. I think it's really cool. So I hope you'll try making some memory wire bracelets with chipstones and a focal point bead. Thank you, Sue Ellen. Do you ever make a mistake? Do you? I make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. Almost every video that I make a mistake. But that doesn't mean that making a mistake is bad. It means that we're human. And I think pretty much all of us make mistakes. Yeah, I think so. But I'd like to talk about making mistakes and share with you a couple of comments that I received about some of my mistakes and the comments that I really appreciated, and one that, well, you just can't please everybody. What can I say? And do know that I blocked out the names of the people that left these comments. And before you think any bad thoughts, it's not bad at all. So let me show you the first comment because I really appreciated it, even though it was about making a mistake. One was about the Southwest necklace that I made, necklace and earrings. And the comment says, "So beautiful. Thank you for walking us through your creative process. Thank you, too, for not editing out your mistake." Yes, not editing out my mistake. Or was it mistakes? "Even though I know we all make them, it's reassuring to actually see that I'm not alone in making mistakes." No, you're not alone. You're not alone in making mistakes. We all make mistakes, especially when we're trying something for the first time, sometimes even if we're doing it for the second time. I have a very positive takeaway from this comment. In fact, on my most recent video, my Friday Finds video, when I made a bracelet, many of you appreciated the fact that I left in there the struggle that I was having with the crimped tubes. I could have edited it out. I could have just jumped forward, made everything look like it went perfectly, but it didn't. And it happens. And it's happened more than once in my jewelry making lifetime. And it's going to happen to you that sometimes when you crimp a tube, it doesn't like it. It talks back to you and tells you, no, I'm not going to be crimped today. So really, so although some mistakes I actually don't even see until I've been working on the project for a while later in the video, sometimes I just don't see it. I mean, you're looking down through the camera. I'm looking this way. Lots going on in my head. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on when I'm making a video. So I appreciate that you appreciate that I don't edit out my mistakes. Thank you for that. See what I mean? It's not all bad. But I have another one here. So on the same necklace, I had it all done. I set it up on a necklace display. I videoed the necklace. I photographed it. I listed it on eBay. I was really happy with it. And then I get a comment. Yeah, let me read the comment to you. "The necklace and earring set is very beautiful." Thank you. "I did notice, however, on the last dangle, you have one crystal on one side and one round bead on the other side. I believe you have one round bead left that you could replace the crystal with. You do amazing work." Thank you. Thank you for pointing it out to me. Thank you for telling me that I do amazing work in spite of my mistakes. I really appreciate your comment. I really appreciate you letting me know that you found a mistake that obviously I wouldn't want in this particular necklace, because I had made all the other beaded dangles all symmetrical. Then I got to the two on the outside, and yes, I had one crystal and one round bead. Well, I didn't have another crystal. No, I didn't. I was hoping I did. But I immediately took the necklace down off of eBay and I laid it back out on my jewelry making table and I took a close look at it, and I was able to find another little crystal at the back of the neck. So that's where I took it from. This was all linked beads. So I took a little crystal from the back, moved it to the front, put the round one from the front in the back because nobody's really going to see it, and I was able to fix it. So thank you, thank you, thank you for bringing that to my attention. So there you go. There's another mistake. I completely missed it. Couldn't see it in my photos, couldn't see it in my video. I just didn't see it. I was focused on the entire necklace and had stopped focusing on the detail. And of course, when I was focusing on the detail when I was making it, I missed it. Mistakes happen. Am I upset about it? I might have been upset if I sold it and was packing it and discovered my mistake, because it wouldn't have matched the photo. But by one of our viewers, leaving this comment, I had an opportunity to fix it. So thank you. Thank you very much for pointing out my mistake so that I could fix it. I really appreciate it. I really, really mean that. I really appreciate it. A lot of you really like my videos when I make 5 pairs of earrings in 5 minutes. Well, on this one, this thumbnail that I'm inserting somewhere here, 5 earrings, 5 minutes, unique eye pin earrings. I made a mistake in my opening. Right in my opening, very beginning. You ready for 5 earrings? 5 5-minute earrings. That's what this video is all about. Make 5 pair of 5-minute earrings. But I knew when I was editing the video that I wasn't very clear that it was make 5 pairs of earrings, 5 minutes each. So someone called me out on it. What did they say? You need for 5 earrings in 5 minutes, 39 minutes. Yes, the video was 39 minutes long. I knew exactly what they were doing. They were chewing on me for taking 39 minutes to make 5 pairs of earrings that I had promised would be made in only 5 minutes in my opening. That's why I said you can't please everyone. You just can't. So if you've been thinking about doing YouTube, do know that you get comments like this that don't consider a few things, such as I had an intro. I popped in and out of the video throughout the video. I had a wrap up. It takes longer to teach how to make them than to actually make the earrings, like twice as long, if not 3 times as long. So those are the kind of comments that really aren't very helpful when they're just making fun of your mistakes, and when it's their first and only ever comment and they don't have anything good to say about the video at all. So there's a big difference in helpful comments and those that are meant just to point out your mistakes and your human flaws. All I can do is laugh about it, really, because the saying is true. You can't please everyone. But thank goodness I'm able to please the majority of you who follow our channel. In fact, I'd say all of you who actually follow the channel are absolutely wonderful. And I can't say enough good about you, because I wouldn't have this channel without you. Because without views, without likes, without comments, I would give up. I would absolutely give up. So when I get these occasional comments like this, well, just got to blow them off and keep going. On my video for easy 10-minute chipstone bracelets, there's a comment that I'd like to share with you. And it's because I don't want you to feel, well, I'll just read it to you. So glad you noticed that missing silver bead on the howlite bracelet before you finished it. I'm glad I caught it too before I finished it. You would have been so mad at yourself, would I? And then they went on to say, and in general, I think those beads, separating the chips from the beads, make the bracelet. I'm sharing this comment for one reason and one reason only. And that is, don't be mad at yourself if you make a mistake. I wasn't mad at myself for making a mistake, unless you associate feeling frustrated with feeling mad. But I shared it because we all make mistakes. I make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. Whether they're crimp tubes or a missing bead, we're going to make mistakes. For the most part, when it comes to making jewelry, making a mistake is not a big deal. It's nothing to lose sleep over. It's just beads and findings and chain, and we're having fun, and we're going to change things along the way. We're going to miss something, have to backtrack and fix it. It's all okay. That's what I want to say. It's all okay. It might take a little extra time to fix it, but pretty much everything is fixable. Isn't that great? I mean, if we're making a new recipe and we put in salt when we're supposed to put in sugar, well, that could be a problem now, couldn't it? But when it comes to making jewelry, especially beaded jewelry, as I said, findings and chain, it's not like it's resin that might go wrong, or clay beads or glass beads that you're, glass blowing beads. What we make on this channel, it's all fixable. And I think that's great. So that's my takeaway from this comment. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. I just wanted to have fun with it and say, don't be mad at yourself. Because if you get mad at yourself, you're more than likely going to give up and stop trying. That reminds me of a story. Do you mind hearing a little story here? 2 stories. The first time I ever made a pair of earrings, my sister and I went to a bead store, bead shop. Maybe I told you this before, I don't know. And I was learning how to make earrings with a head pin. And the owner of the store told me how I could just bend the wire and curl it back and, make my loop for the earring. I had no confidence, none whatsoever. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this little rounding thing, making this loop thing. Every time it came to making that loop at the top of my earring, I'd go and hand it off to her to do it for me because I was intimidated by it. I'm serious. I must have made 3 or 4, maybe I made 5 pairs of earrings that day, but every time I was like handing it off. Couldn't do it. Intimidated. I didn't know at that time that years later I'd be making jewelry and traveling and selling it. I have made thousands of pairs of earrings and sold them, and bracelets and necklaces and ankle bracelets and all that. And I have jewelry in storage here. I have jewelry that I need to get listed. My jewelry that I made that I haven't shown you yet. But anyway, so I'm the first example of what it's like to, not feel confident. And I won't say that I was mad at myself. I just didn't have any confidence, didn't feel I could do it. The second story is my niece. When she was about 14 years old, I had her come over and stay at the house, and I was trying to show her how to make a dragonfly bobby pin for her hair. I had a little book, had a little kit, and it was the cutest little thing that we were trying to make, but she had no patience, none, zilch. She immediately was frustrated. It wasn't her thing. She didn't understand the gathering the beads and the wrapping the wire, and it was my first time making it too, but she just was not happy with it at all, and she didn't want to do it. Okay, fine. So we didn't make it. I was making jewelry at that time, so I had some skills to try to show her. I just assumed she just wasn't a crafty person. Well, maybe not in the sense of making jewelry, but that young lady grew up to be a young woman, married young woman, pregnant with her first child, and she started baking cookies using her grandmother's, my mom's, recipe, sugar cookies. But she took them a whole step further. She was decorating the cookies. I mean, absolutely beautiful cookies, unbelievable designs. And she was selling them on Facebook and, to make extra money so she'd have some money for her maternity leave. And I thought, wow, who knew she had this creativity inside of her? I didn't know. I'm not sure that she knew, but she discovered it, and she was absolutely fantastic at decorating these cookies. She was getting orders all over the place. I tried to order some, but she was too busy to make any for us. So I didn't get to try her cookies. And now she's not making them anymore because she has a baby. Well, she's not a baby anymore. She's going on 2 years old this year. So we can't all be great at everything, but we can learn and we can get better at the things that we do choose to try. That's my takeaway by sharing with you my mistakes, because I'm always going to make them. They're not going to go away. I will still make mistakes, especially when I'm creating something for the very first time, not just looking at it and copying it. And you're going to make mistakes too. So just let it roll off your back and keep these comments coming. I really love your comments. I didn't share these to embarrass anybody or to make anyone feel bad, because I truly appreciate your comments. What else do I have for you in this video? Something. I know what it is I want to talk about, and that is the schedule of making videos. For those of you who have been following the channel, you know that we have 2 YouTube channels. We're resellers on eBay. That channel, Avante Avenue, I've had for over 5 years. Just reached 10,000 subscribers last year. It took a long time to reach 10,000 subscribers. It took me 2.5 years to get monetized on the channel, and 5 years to get 10,000 subscribers. So that was a lot of years under my belt to reach that goal. So Avante Avenue keeps me busy, as does reselling in general. I mean, selling on eBay. We find the items, Mark photographs the items, I list them, I pack them, I ship them. Keeps me pretty busy. This channel, Avante Jewellery, I've only had for a little over a year and got monetized in 2.5 months. Woohoo! Make a little bit of money for making the videos. And guess what? We reached 10,000 subscribers on this channel in just a little over a year. Wow. Wow. Maybe I learned a lot from making all the videos for Avante Avenue that helped me get this channel off the ground. Or maybe it's because I really love making jewelry and I hadn't made it for a long time and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Maybe you just really like the videos. It sure seems that way. And thank you so much, because I wouldn't be doing this if you weren't helping me grow the channel with your views and comments and thumbs up. Because views, comments, and thumbs up tells YouTube the video is good enough for them to share it when other people are looking for jewelry making videos. I have no control over that. You help me with that, whether you know it or not. So as far as the schedule, we are going into March at the time of this video, which means we have to get our taxes done. We are also going into spring and summer, which is when Mark and I spend the most amount of time going out and sourcing items to resell. Even though we're cutting back, we are still going to go out and see if we can source some good things to resell. So we're going to have a busy summer, as probably you will be having if you're vacationing and things like that. So I'm going to try something different for the next several months. I'm going to change up my schedule a little bit. First of all, I need to balance my time and energy a little bit better, because recently I've been pushing myself a little too hard, working too many late evenings and bordering on that burnout, bordering on burnout. And I don't want that to happen. I'm going to share my schedule. I don't expect you to remember my schedule. And as you know, schedules are subject to change, but this is what I'm thinking. The first and third Friday of the month, doing a Friday Finds. The second and fourth Monday of the month, doing a Minimalist Monday. And as far as a weekend video on Saturday or Sunday, 2 to 3 a month. Not going to say what days, but 2 to 3 videos on the weekend. Let me say that again. And first and third Friday is Friday Finds. Second and fourth Monday is Minimalist Monday. And then 2 to 3 jewelry making, upcycling jewelry videos on the weekend. So if you want to watch my videos, please make sure you're subscribed and look for the little bell icon so that you can get notified when I upload a video, because that will help a lot for you and for me. So that's my plan starting in March of 2025. I don't know when you're watching this video, but March of 2025 through the end of summer, that's my plan. Because if I don't stay balanced, if I don't stay healthy, mentally, emotionally, energy, then I won't be able to keep up at all. And I'm a pretty high energy person, if you haven't figured that out yet. I work all the time, except it's not really work. I enjoy what I do. I'm busy 7 days a week. Granted, I don't have children. I don't have grandchildren. It's just Mark and me. And, we still have plenty of time for each other. I have a lot of time on my hands, and making and editing jewelry videos, reselling, sourcing, reselling, I like it. In fact, I love it. I love it all. And I want to keep doing it for many years to come. I'm not ready to retire yet. Not really. I say sometimes a little bit, but not really. I'm not slowing down anytime soon. So I hope that works out for you, because if it works out for you, it works out for me, and I appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Vicki with Avante Jewellery, and I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. See you soon.